morning, Swati. Today is Monday, May the 12th, I think. It's another start of another week for all of you people back home grinding away. Hopefully you've had a good weekend, good Mother's Day, and a good week ahead. Not sure what we're going to be doing today. Hello. I'm going to go look at the rubbish bin. I'm going to go check out the old town during the day, because I was only around there during the night. It was night markets last night and didn't really get to see much because most of it was closed, so we'll go check that out. Tomorrow I'm planning on renting a motorbike and going to go check out a couple of places. I'm going to actually go back to where I went for that hike on Saturday. I'm going to go and ride up to the next section. So where I was going to hike up, where it was closed, you can actually ride up around there and it takes you up to another temple. So go right up to there. There's also another hike that I want to go do which has a waterfall, and then as well there's another waterfall that I want to go to which is a bit further outside of town, and it's called the Sticky Waterfall, and the reason why it's called Sticky Waterfall is because the rocks on it, although there is water flowing down, the rocks are actually quite sticky, so you can climb up the rocks a bit like rock climbing, but you've got water splashing everywhere, so that should be pretty interesting. So we'll go check that out as well. So that'll be over the next couple of days. So I like to find, once I find a cafe that I like, I tend to stick to it. I'm a little bit picky when it comes to coffee, and I generally like a relaxed atmosphere at a cafe, and bonus points if the people at work they're also friendly and you can talk to them, ask them for advice on the local area. And so the one that I've found here in Chiang Mai is called Magic Brew. I'll take some little shots of it and show you guys inside, but this one ticks all the boxes. I've been coming here every morning. It's also a good price. It's about $2 for a long black, which is what I like to drink. So I've been having two most mornings. I'll bring a laptop, sit at they've got like a little bar where you can see them making the coffee. It's just a really relaxed place. The same two people that work there every day, very friendly. They can speak a bit of English, which is always good, and it seems to get quite busy later on in the morning with other people that are like Westerners that are working there as well, digital nomads. Foods I wanted to eat here in northern Thailand is a dish called Khao Soi. It's an egg noodle which is made in a curry broth, and it's topped with fried noodles, I think, crispy fried noodles. There are other versions of it that are made in Laos and Myanmar as well. So we're gonna go find the place and describe the taste of it. get the little condiments, which I think it was like a pickle. I thought initially it was celery, but definitely not celery. And you get half a lime and some other little green thing in there. Oh, sorry, and the red onions. So put all that into the dish. The curry was quite thick and creamy. Wasn't spicy at all. So I added chili, and also get this other like a soury chili mixture as well, which I think they usually just leave jalapenos in there and then put vinegar and other chilies, and then you just add that on as well. The broth was quite dark. It was more like a dark maroon or a light brown colour. It very much reminded me of not really a red Thai curry, but more like a Malaysian curry, like a Malaysian Penang curry maybe. It's very tasty. And then the egg noodles were soft, quite thick, and they definitely soaked up some of the broth as well. And then the chicken, you get a whole chicken drumstick. Chicken just falls off the bone because they've obviously cooked it in the broth for a long time. It's perfectly cooked. So that was $3. It was quite a big bowl. Went quite deep. Seen all these sandbags on the side of the road. I think from memory a couple of months ago they had really bad flooding here. So maybe these are left over from that. Bit of a shame to be just leaving them sitting there. I don't know whether they can be reused or not. A lot of the bags are open, you can see. Yeah, it's the only place I've seen sandbags lying around, but presume that there'll be more around town. It's one of the oldest historical monuments of Chiang Mai. So the old city is basically a square, a box, a walled box, and it's got this little river that runs around it or through it. We'll see if we can cross over to that little monument. So it's got here, Hui Lin means the head, Hui of an aqueduct, Lin. Formerly water from the brook Hui Kiao was channeled along an aqueduct over the mullet into the town, passing through the bastion at this corner of the city wall. The city corner was therefore called the Hui Lin Corner. The bastion was reconstructed in the years around 1800. Certainly looks it. Just another stray dog. And this one's running away from me. I have seen some of the stray dogs in Southeast Asia. They're actually scared of people approaching them. So maybe they've been abused over the years, which is quite sad. Yeah, like they flinch and just run away straight away, whereas other ones will follow you. Yeah, so to get over to this side, it's about a 500 meter walk along the bank there, and there's a little bridge which you can walk over. Down towards where the bridge is, there's a Starbucks, 7-Eleven, and there's a little shopping complex, so you can get food and stuff as well. This is the Hui Lin corner. So each of the four corners of the walled city have an historical landmark of significance. So we'll see if we can get to all four of them.
This one's been rebuilt, or some parts of it have been rebuilt. You see other parts are just being left the way that they were. So there's a sign over there asking not to walk onto the ancient wall. It's the spiritual stuff. The wall extends down probably another 500 meters along this road by the looks of it. Just across the road there's this hotel, Ingoi Hui Lin Boutique Hotel. When I was walking just over there, I actually thought it might have been, I'm not sure, I thought it might have even just been a mansion, but it is an actual hotel. It stands out because of all the gold trimmings. I'm not sure how old it is because some of the details looks like it's faded away, but yeah, pretty impressive looking hotel. The detail on the walls is just incredible. Definitely could do with a touch up on the paint job though, but still. Hello. I just got kicked out, not allowed to film unless I'm a guest. But I did ask how old it was and she said it's only 7 years old. So maybe the way it's been painted, it's either meant to be like that, or there might have been a different building in its past life and they've just repurposed it as a hotel. Yeah. Very interesting looking hotel. So I won't be able to go into any of these temples because I'm wearing a singlet and shorts today. But just looking at them from outside, the amount of detail, pretty remarkable. Nice colours. Chiang Mai, one of the things it's well known for is the fact that it's got some 300 temples scattered around the city. It's not exactly a small city, it is the second largest city in Thailand, I believe, behind Bangkok. But still, to have 300 scattered around the area is a lot. Just walking here, there's about 3 in a very small amount of distance. Yeah, very impressive and detail in these buildings and the way that they've been kept. Bomb?
Yeah.
What for? So I asked that Grab driver what the monk's doing. He said he's just said bomb. Kaboom. So not entirely sure what they're going to use that for, but yeah, just one of the comparisons compared to with Vietnam is all of these temples, I believe, they're free to go into, or at least all the ones that I've gone near. You can just walk in and have a look. So obviously you have to take your shoes off and make sure you're dressed appropriately. But with Vietnam, you tend to have to pay to go into their pagodas, and they're much more touristy. As in, you get tour buses and just they're quite busy all the time. Whereas all these temples, maybe it's just because the amount of them. You can just walk up any time and it's usually not too many people there. So that's one of the positives of the temples here in Thailand. So new construction, I take it, and it looks like it's bamboo maybe. So maybe it's going to be, well, could be a house or an apartment building. I would have thought maybe more of a hut. But maybe that's a stronger structure. Stumbled upon this vintage shop called Crazy Vintage. I do like a vintage clothing shop. It's got your button-up shirts. Some interesting colours. So these Hawaiian shirts go for 200 baht, which is about $10 Australian. Some old vintage jackets here. Asics. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't mind that though. 350 baht. It's about $16 maybe. Mainly jackets and polos, and you've got all your t-shirts along here. Haven't seen any like musical ones. Oh, okay, Whitney Houston, I think it is. Back in her young days. Superman. Wins racing. Yeah. Interesting little shop. An old Nike t-shirt. Interesting couple of jackets there. Assuming they're women's jackets. This denim looks very old. An interesting little shop. So we're basically into the centre of the old centre square. You certainly notice how it's a lot more commercial businesses here. So up until here, from where we entered the square, it was all residential and accommodation businesses. But now you've got all your shops, cafes, restaurants. I was reading online a lot of people saying that Chiang Mai has changed over the last couple of years because I think the popularity of the place has brought in, I mean, one of the positives would be it's bringing in money, but one of the downsides, or a couple of downsides, has been actually the tourists that are coming here and the sort of businesses that are popping up. A lot more Western style businesses, but it's also probably driving the price up for the locals as well. I imagine there wouldn't be too many locals living around this part of town. They'd be all around the surrounding areas. For instance, where I'm staying, I'm only like 2.5 kilometers away, but it's a very much a local area with only a couple of Westerners that I've noticed at the little cafes. Yeah, you've got your little pizzerias over there. A lot of smoothie places. Seen a KFC, a Macca's. just your usual Western food places. They've also got one of their coffee chains in Thailand is called Cafe Amazon. A bit like a Starbucks, I suppose, but I think it's more of a... I've only seen it in Asia. I think I saw it in South America as well. Never tried it, don't intend on trying it, but they're the sort of businesses that are popping up around these areas. Lady cooking some chicken, some sausage, some wings. Might have been some liver on the sticks as well, I think. Unless it was the chicken thigh, but it didn't look like that. Just standard 7-Eleven in Thailand. This is actually a bit of a smaller one. Fairly decently sized one actually. The one where I'm staying is a little bit smaller than this. You can see here you can buy alcohol. It's not locked anymore. Yeah, so your basic beers start at 39 baht, which is about $2 for a beer. They've got your premium ones. Like Heineken, Sam Miguel, Hogarden as well. A grape flavoured one. I haven't seen that before. You've got all your coffees, your vitamin shots, sports drinks, all your soft drinks, teas, waters. I'm here to get Khao Soi, which I'm not seeing anywhere. Damn it. It's a bit hit and miss at the moment. I'll have to ask. So regarding money and banks here in Thailand, every ATM charges you a 220 baht withdrawal fee, which is about $11, $10 or $11 Australian, and that's regardless of whether your bank actually charges you a fee or not, and it's regardless of the amount that you're withdrawing. It's just a flat fee. But after doing some research and testing this out, there is a way of avoiding that fee, and that is if you go to a bank branch. So you have to actually go into the branch and take your passport and your debit card. It has to be a debit card. I don't believe it'll work with a credit card. So take your passport and your debit card, ask them to do it with cash withdrawal, and they'll do it for you, and they won't charge you any fee. So as far as I know, that's the only way to do it fee-free in Thailand. Not sure why water's been drained out of the ground, but it is. Probably had some drainage issues at some stage. Maybe some flooding last night. Did have a fair bit of rain last night. It was pretty continuous through to the early hours of this morning, so maybe that's why. So one of the many self-service washing places in Thailand, such as this one. So if I understand the signage, it's 40 baht to wash for a washing cycle, which is looks like the machines take up to 13 kilos. There you go. So 40 baht, which is $2, and I think it takes, I'm not sure how long it would take for a full cycle. Then it's another 40 baht to dry it as well. And then for if you need to do longer drying cycles, it's 10 baht per 6 minutes, I think, or per 10 minutes. It might be extra 10 minutes, 10 baht for washing, an extra 6 minutes of 10 bar for drying. And the dries, it looks like they take up to 15 kilos. It's a bit confusing, the pricing, but they've also got detergent here, 10 bar packet, which is 10 bars about 50 cents. So you've got detergent and softener as well. Yeah, but if that is the case, if it's 40 bar for up to 13 kilos, it's a really good price. It's basically $2 to do your washing, and then another $2 to do your drying as well. I presume it's only 10-minute cycles. I could be wrong though. Like I said, it is a bit confusing. Other places, they seem to be about 60 bar, which is about $3. And some of them do it per the kilo as well. But there's a lot of the self-service ones around the place. Alrighty, so another place for doing a washing, which I do understand. So we've got these older machines here, which all take 9 kilos, front loading. And then you've got these two, which look much newer, and they're top loaders. Not sure how many kilos they take. But these older ones, so they're 30 bar, and they take 45 minutes. So just put 3 coins in there. And then these newer ones are 50 bar, so a little bit more. And they take 64 minutes, so just over an hour. And then you've still got your detergent here and softener, which they're 5 bar each, so they're half the price at other place. Actually, it does look like you can, these ones you can set your own time. Looks like they can all set their own time. So they're dryers actually. I'm not sure how much dryers are. Okay, so dryers are 10 minutes for 10 bar. So depending on how many minutes you set your dryer to, that's going to determine how much you're paying. It's a very chilled out area. A lot of older buildings. Lots of greenery. A lot of little cafes like this. A lot of hostels. Tour operators. Old buildings that are all mouldy. And then you've got all these power lines, which is a common thing in Thailand. It's all just exposed, hanging about. But yeah, really nice area. Got a nice colourful building here. Not sure if it's, I assume it's accommodation. Maybe someone's house. It's a couple of apartment buildings. It's blue, pink, brown doors, like a creamy yellow colour. Actually quite ugly to be honest, but nice to see a bit of colour still. Adds a bit of character to the area. You'll notice all throughout the area, quite narrow streets, lined by multi-level buildings. So I think that'll be it for today. This is what is called Chiang Mai Gate, basically the entry to the old part of town. Yeah, it's mid-afternoon now, so I think my work's done for the day. And go back to my apartment, chill out in some air conditioning, and get some fluids in before go out tonight for a drink and some dinner. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.